What's going on, team? Proof here, and welcome to the next Duel Masters Plays deck showcase. And the deck I'm going to give into you in this video is Light Fire Nature TITANBOMB, centered around, as you might suspect, Titan Giant, which was a very popular card in set 1, and a new card in this set, Bombazar or Balbazak. You might know it as Bombazar if you're a fan of the TCG growing up, but he's back and he's been a little bit changed. So I'm gonna talk about it in a little bit because the way I like to do these, I like to go from the top left card and make my way back to the bottom. So the idea behind the deck is to be more mid-rangey, so it's supposed to lock down faster decks to make it to the win condition, which is Titan Giant and Bombazar. And against more control-based decks, we're trying to get our footing and then try to win before they can establish their own control. And the cards we have here are meant to do that. So starting off with Glace Magicula, it is Initiate evolution, and this card has also been changed from the TCG in that it says it still evolves on initiates, but it says the first time a shield would be broken, it prevents or negates that shield being broken. So it's kind of like a blocker, but without having the blocker tag on it, which means cards like Comet Missile and Rikubu Screwdriver can't remove it off the field. So it gives it a huge advantage again in aggressive decks, especially with the stat line being 5,500. It makes it really hard to remove for most aggressive decks while slowing them down to the point to where you can get your control established. And to help facilitate Glace, we have Sirius, which is just a 2-mana blocker for Initiate, and it's because it has Initiate in this race to help evolve into Glace. And we have Trench Scarab. Trench Scarab is a lockdown card that we have. He can't attack players, which means he can't break shields or attack our opponent. But when he attacks, he gets plus 4,000 power, which helps him trade up to 8,000 power, which is really good for making aggressive decks scared to attack, because they'll attack in it and then it'll just freely get traded off. So they have to deal with Trench Scarab before they can start going for our shields in most cases. Then we have Sandfist. He is an Initiate Beast Folk, and he's important just because he can help turn into Glace, but he's also a blocker that's able to attack, which helps us have some more attacking power on our board as opposed to having more just regular blockers on the board. So he has the added benefit of being able to be called Vanguard term, to be summoned if he's discarded during our opponent's turn. So it's something to keep in mind when you're facing against some of the more controlling decks out there. Just kind of stockpile him in hand for a little bit to see if you can activate him to be cast for free or summoned for free. Then we have Pickery, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Just an Angel Command blocker. When it comes into play, draw a card. Nice way to help control the mid game. It helps us get a little bit of card advantage at the same time. And then we have our first big board control card in Rumblegate. It says all your creatures get plus 1,000 power and they can attack untapped creatures. In Duel Masters, you can only attack creatures while they're tapped down, unless you have cards like Rumblegate that circumvent that and say you can attack untapped creatures. So this combos really well with our big blockers and with Trench Scarab, because Trench Scarab becomes an additional 1,000 power. It can trade up to 9,000 power, which some creatures do fall into. And the next up we have a little personal tech of mine in Techno Totem. He is 4-mana card. He says he has a tap down effect, so instead of attacking, you can tap it down, and he can tap down to tap one of your opponent's creatures, and while he's tapped, all your attacking creatures that turn get plus 1,500 power. So it's a nice combo with Holy Owl, which we're going to get to, and Rumblegate, and helps out with Trench Scarab at the same time. And then next up we have Sky Sword, a new card in the current set, along with some of the other cards as well. But he says when he comes into play, put the top card of your deck into your mana zone, and if you have 6 or less shields, put the top card of your deck into the shield zone. So this is nice to help stem the bleeding against aggressive decks. It's really nice to be able to get a little additional mana, because you can go from 5 mana to 6 mana, and then that means next turn you have the ability to go into Titan Giant. So it's nice progression there to go along with it. And it's also Initiate Beast Folk, so that you can also turn it into Glace in the future. Then we have Tried and True Holy Eye, tap down all your opponent's creatures. Really nice to help stop aggressive decks from winning suddenly. and you can add it to shields off of Sky Sword, which might make your opponent very frustrated, but it makes you really happy. Then we have 3 Burst Shot. It shield trigger, destroy all creatures that have 2000 power or less. This is really useful against Diamondia decks because without Petrova on the board, all their snow fairies outside of Diamondia itself are 2000 power and below. All the commonly played ones, I should say. So this lets you get rid of those without having to worry about attacking into them, or you might stop them before they can attack, depending on the timing of when it shows up. And then we have our boy Titan Giant. You might remember him from videos from set 1 meta. When he comes into play, put the top 2 cards of your deck into your mana zone, and then you search your mana zone for 2 creatures and add them to your hand. So the search mechanic, it gives you 3 random options that are unique, so non-duplicate. Choose 2 of them, put them back into your hand. Really good against control decks because he offers incredible advantage in 1 card. It helps us preserve some of our creatures in the mana zone, so your opponent can't remove them. You can put them back into your hand once you've established good control, and it gives your opponent 3 cards to worry about. Titan Giant himself plus the 2 cards you added back to your hand. And last but not least, we have our big finisher in Bombazar, Dragon of Destiny, or Balbazak, depending on how you're familiar with him. So he has been changed in that he no longer has the same effect to give you an extra turn, but he does give an extra turn in his own way. So the way he works is when he comes into play, prevent yourself from activating shield trigger during your next turn. If it's after your 10th, or if it's your 10th turn or later, you get an extra turn after your current turn, unless you already are in an extra turn scenario. So you can't go turn 10 Bombazar in the Bombazar in the Bombazar and have 4 turns in a row. He prevents that from happening. And he's still a speed attacker and a double breaker at the same time. So the idea is to slow the game down and then win with a combination of Bombazar with Titan Giant plus any other attacking creatures you have to be able to win in 1 turn, in OTK, more or less, even though it's divided over 2 turns. So that'll do it for the deck. As always, we try to get 3 games in, and hopefully we win more than we lose. So hope you enjoy. Okay. All right, we are first. So our hand is thick with Trench Scarabs, which is kind of spooky and okay at the same time, depending on what we're going against. But we want to put Bombazar to mana just to unlock fire and nature at the same time. Okay, so already off rip, we're going against Diamondia, which is what this deck is designed to fight against. Given my hand though, I'd rather put this into mana. Nah, I'd rather put this into mana. I don't need 3 of these. Ooh, the Quixie tech. You didn't know this game existed? You just came here? Well, welcome. Hope you're enjoying it. Oh boy. Next turn I have Sirius into Glace, so I'd rather put this into mana. It unlocks the light for me. I'll play this. It locks down Quixotic, because even if I go Sirius into Glace, Quixotic is only going to get up to 7,000 power, so Trench can still attack it. Wow, they're just going at it. They're just going ham. If I get a burst shot here, they're in trouble. Alright, So next turn is gonna be Sky Sword to get a shield back. And then having Glace on the board locks down one of their attacks. So I'm going to put Titan to mana for now. Go Serious into Glace. And then bop. Now they could go Diamond Dia and just take out my Trench Scarab here, but Glace's stat line makes it a perfect counter to Diamond Dia. There it is. So they're gonna return two Snow Fairies. Now, this only, I don't know the interaction between Polygon and Glace, in that if he attacks a shield and it doesn't break, does he return back to hand? I have to look at the card text again. But I think I'm okay here I really want to keep a Trench Scarab around. I can attack this. I do want to play a blocker to protect my Glace from being removed this turn. I will put this into mana though, because then next turn I can play it, then accelerate to 5 or to 6 mana. That's useful. Since I drew Burst Shot, I think I'm gonna hold back on attacking Diamond Dia. What's the worst case scenario? Let me see. Evolve, get those two back. I don't know what their last card in their hand is. Because if it's a Spiral Slider or something, then it's gonna remove Gaze. No, he won't. I think that's a safer option. Because they gotta play 2 creatures and blocker removal to be able to attack Glace safely. I don't think they got it in their hand. And if they do have it in their hand, they just played every card in their hand to do it, and then I can Burst Shot away their board. I mean, that's fine too. I thought about blocking, but I got the Burst Shot. Holy Eye. They're not gonna attack. They'll be silly to attack. Sand Fist. Sand Fist can turn into Glace next turn, so I'm gonna add Serious to mana. The Nuki Nuke. Next turn, depending on what I can draw, I can go Sand Fist. I'm sorry. I can go Sky Sword into Sand Fist. Ooh, I want to hold on to that though. So I'm gonna go Sky Sword into Glace, unless I add like a multi-civ card to mana. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, I'm okay with that. And if they end up bouncing Glace back to hand, I get Sky Sword back. Went first. Ooh, okay. Nuki. Nuke. Most games against aggressive decks might go to concession before we get to the Bombazar stuff. That my boy Titan Giant? Titan. I'd rather hold on to it though. I want to get another shield. I'm still, this puts me at 17 deck. That hurt. Cause I wanted to play Sandfist or Trench Scarab this turn. But multi-civ cards go in tapped. Oh, weird. Alright, I'm gonna play both of these. Pop that. I'd rather go in the mana because then if he top decks Diamond Dia, he can't evolve it without some help. What turn am I at? This might be my turn 10. The song. And yeah, this four color Diamond D deck is very new to me as well. I've yet to see something like this. But all the same, this deck is meant to counter aggressive decks. I mean, that's fine. Hey, thank you. Thank you, my good man. Alright, so what we want to do, we can go Titan into Glace on top of Sky Sword. And then next turn we can go Bombazar and start going at their shields with a relatively safe board. Maybe. At the very least, I want to play Sky Sword this turn into Glace. I might start breaking a couple shields just to try to hit their Holy Eye. And I feel I have a relatively safe hand with the double Holy Eye action and the Rumble Gate going on. Could do Titan into Glace. That was my plan A option. Yeah, we'll do that before we run out of time. Because animations take time, and the clock doesn't stop for your animations to activate. Alright, cool. Let me get a Bombazar back. Not a Bombazar? Okay, that's cool. I would like Bombazar back at that time. Ah. Oh well. I wish the animation stopped for... I'm sorry, I wish the timer stopped for animations to activate. It's kind of annoying that they don't. I'm gonna take this trade here for board space. Yeah. I'll take that trade. I'm at 9 mana. If I play Bombazar here, I'm gonna tag tap here. I can burn this down. Attack what I can attack, and then next turn I can play Techno Totem with Sand Fist back up. That seems fine. Don't want to play mana this turn though. Don't want to go to 9 mana. Nah, I think I'm fine. Wait, pick the right card though. Jeez. Attack this, because it's just free and clear. I'm expecting to hit Holy Eye with this first shield break. I did it. Surprising. There it is. I get my free turn now. Got the Glace. Change the plans. Change the plans then. For science, because I don't know if double Glace activates at the same time or individually. I don't know if we're gonna get to it this game, but I still would like to know. And it gives me another attacker. We'll let Bombazar do the honors if it's not a Holy Eye. Oh, so it's the dude that gives him a shield if he has 3 or less. What if he changes this into Holy Eye? Oh, got there. What the? There we go. Oh, they forfeited. Or I attacked, one of the two. Not bad. That went off really well. So that's the general idea, is to be able to slow down aggressive decks to like a dull crawl, and then go into the sequence that you just saw, like Titan, into adding more shields with Sky Sword, or locking down defenses with Glace, or blockers you get back from Titan Giant. And then you set up for the double turn Bombazar to win the game that way. So on to the next one. I didn't realize I'd run 3 in a row up to this point. Okay, me first. Going in blind, I'd rather add this to mana, because then I can go 2, 3, 4 if I need to, without having to draw like on curve, without having to worry about mana placement. Bombazar, dragon deck. So against dragon decks, we want to definitely establish Trench Scarab, because it helps lock down some of their own dragons, and we try to get fire mana with Rumble Gate as quickly as possible. So since I'm going first, I'm gonna add this to mana, because I have the Trench Scarab. We want to hold on to this Titan Giant, because it may not draw a second one before turn 7. Right as I say that. You make a liar out of me. Alright, so I'll put this one into mana. What's up, Evo? Your favorite card was Billion Degree Dragon? Yeah. I didn't like him too much, but his artwork was really cool. Uh-oh. So we really want to try to get Rumblegate as fast as possible. Since our opponent accelerated 2 off of his card just now. Balga. Alright, I don't think I need a second one of these. But I also don't know if I need a third one of these. Alright, so I'm about to be at 5. So 5, I'm definitely playing this Trench Scarab. Because if my opponent goes into Galzark, is it Galzark? If he goes into Dozark, the nature one, I want to have a backup Trench Scarab for his dragon. But then turn 5, turn 6, so I'll put this into mana. I'm definitely playing this. Trench Scarab is very important to us in this matchup. And it's the best card to help stem the bleeding against this deck. There's Galzak. I need a Holy Eye or something. Not what I needed. Alrighty. If I get Holy Eye or Rumblegate before long, then I can be in a much better spot. Once I remove this, hopefully it doesn't pick my Trench Scarab, or hopefully it doesn't pick it now. I need a Holy Eye. I need some help. I need some help. Ah. Dang. We're probably like 1 turn too slow. It's looking like an L right now, big fat L. Yep, 1 turn too slow. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I can't play Bombazar because it's not my turn 10, so I'm gonna not be able to activate shield triggers next turn. I have 8 mana. I can go Glace, Evo Glace into this card, Rumblegate. I don't need to add mana. I'm about to lose one of my blockers though. But that's the only way I could at least have a chance of living. Can I read Japanese? No, I can't read Japanese, but I know what the cards do just from, if you do !DMP wiki, then you can get a link to the Duel Masters Plays wiki. And I may have lost. Rip. Rip and Roonies. So, Darkfire Nature Dragons is one of the worst matchups for my deck because it can develop it develops quickly with big bodies. So I did have the means to try to stem the bleeding, but I was just one turn late on getting to my Rumble Gate or my Holy Eye. If it turned up on time, then I probably would have been able to remove his Galzak. Excuse me. The Fire Darkness Dragon. I would have lost less creatures, and I would have been in a better spot to deal with Dolzark, the Fire Nature Dragon that kept removing my stuff. I would have been in a better spot to deal with that, but that's okay. Okay. Third game. Let's hope it's more of an aggressive matchup than dragons. I think I can deal with control pretty okay with this setup, but this deck is much more equipped to deal with aggressive decks. Provided we don't get Titan in like a slow manner. Okay, so they're first. We get an idea what they're doing. So they're playing a little more of a control deck. In which case we want to put this into mana before it gets discarded to give us access to nature mana.
Decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What does it matter, man?
Curious. At the very least, they're playing 4 colors, but to what end? I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to play a blocker this turn or if I want to hold off. I'll hold for now, gather some more information, because I don't want to deploy if they're playing early discard. I'd rather hold on to it. Five color something. I'm intrigued. I'll play this because knowing that they play Bloom Irkus in some capacity, I want to be able to have Rumble Gate to shut that down. Granted, I still need fire mana. That's eluding me at the moment. Those two. Oh, that was terrible. That was bad. Yikes. Yikes.jpg. Oh gosh. All right. Alright, that was good. That was a useless card. And it gave me fire mana, so that was a good pickup. So we're playing 5 color control. Alright, top deck Titan Giant, maybe? Techno Totem. Is it time for the tech to shine? Is it time for the tech to shine? 5 color to be the anti Diamondia. Nope, time for the tech to die. So that's their, I think that's their 3rd one. Nope, 2nd one. But the more therapists they play now, the less they have for later. That's fine. I got 2 more. Titan. Boy, if you don't get into my hand, get out there. Do your thing. Sky Sword. Really? I didn't get Glace out of here? I ain't got Glace in there. I wanted that other Titan more than anything, though. Gotta have 15 in deck. I'll grab these two, I guess. They've already burned 2 Terror Pits. That deck can't possibly have Alcadius in it. Alright, we're Rumblegate waiting room. Rumblegate waiting room. Okay. Okay. I could play all 3 of these, but that'll give me no more board space. That's a bad thing. But I'm definitely gonna start attacking with my Titan Giant. So I'm gonna hold this and play these 2. Evolve the Sarius into Glace. Use Titan for his main purpose in this matchup is for beating face. The fact that they've already used 2 Terror Pits makes me feel relatively safe. Windax. I mean, they still can't, unless they have something in there that I'm not familiar with. Alright, so they can't play a 5-mana card anymore. Treasure chest. Get a card, get a multi-civ card. I think it's a multi-civ card. No, just any card. So that's their last Bakari. Holy Eye. Trench Scarab. I love you, bud, but I need other things right now. What turn number are they at? They're at turn 11. Do I lose to Bombazar? That's like what they're trying to set up for. I've seen 0 Holy Eyes, 1 Holy Eye up to now. Alright, ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'll pause for now. Glace not being a blocker is so huge with Windax and Gallic being in the game now, but it still active or operates as a blocker, kinda sorta.
Find your way into this moment.
Sky Sword. So they can still play their Bakari. I'm still just waiting for a Rumblegate or a Holy Eye to show up. Or that. Or that. Can I win in 2 turns? This attacks, block those 2. Glace is gonna have to attack to make space for potential Glace plus Sky Sword finisher. Alright, I think I have to play it because I'm blockerless at the moment. Because if I attack, they can use blockers and clear the way for their own Bombazar. Andale. Get in there. Sit it in, Bombazar. This music feels very fitting to Bombazar's arrival. Yeah, I want to attack, just to, maybe they have a Holy Eye tucked away in there. I'd rather try to pop it now.
Sometimes I have to keep my lines are
Follow up Glace? Sure.
all the shadows of the past that I'm leaving. They held me in my sleepless nights and running in the night.
Last shield eye. Alright, good job, Bomb. You know what? I'll give you last attack, even though they can block it. Yes. Good show, Bombazar. That boy came up clutch. That boy came up really clutch for me. So, even though that deck was very different, not something I anticipated seeing, the deck was able to do what it was meant to do and kind of slow the game down. Even though I didn't draw the cards I needed to that game, I was still able to use the deck in its intended purpose, and Bombazar showed up right when it needed to. So that'll do it for this deck showcase. Hope you enjoy. Leave a like if you did. Definitely come check out the Twitch. That way you can catch these live as I'm doing them. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Be easy.